G'day guys and welcome back to Car Force. Now today we're going to be talking about the top 6 Australian cars that need to be in Forza Horizon 4. Let's get started. Number 6. The Brabham BT62. This is pretty much an Australian designed and built supercar that is made by a very famous name in motorsport. Brabham made some very impressive Formula 1 cars in the past, and this is their latest creation. It was unveiled in 2018 and is powered by a 5.4 litre naturally aspirated V8. This would be a great car in Forza Horizon 4, as it is a track-ready supercar that would be perfect for driving around Britain. The car has already appeared in the game Grid, and it would be awesome if it appeared in the latest Forza title. Number 5. V8 Supercars. These have appeared in many Forza Motorsport titles in the past, and including Forza Horizon 3, which had some selection of V8 supercars available. If you don't know what V8 supercars are, they are basically race cars with 4 doors, that usually consist of a Ford or a Holden. It is often argued that race cars should stay in the motorsport games, which I do agree in some way, but these cars featured in Forza Horizon 3, and it would be great to see them return in Forza Horizon 4. Number 4. Ford Falcon XR8. This is a car that most people out of Australia would not be familiar with, but it is a very special car. The Ford Falcon was an Australian made car that was produced in Australia for a very long time, but ended production in 2016. This car that is on screen right now was the final Falcon ever made. It was called the FGX, and it was featured in Forza Horizon 3 and Motorsport 7, and I would love to see this car return in Forza Horizon 4. This car is powered by a 5 litre V8, which is the same engine that is used in the current Ford Mustang. Number 3. 1971 Ford Falcon XY GTHO Phase 3. Now that is definitely a long name for a car, and this is another car that wasn't carried over from Horizon 3 to 4, and is a must-have Aussie car in the game. This is probably one of the most well-known Australian muscle cars in the world. It is a lot of fun to drive, and I had a lot of fun with this car in the previous title. This car is not exactly fast stock, but if upgraded, it can be turned into a monster. The reason this car is so special is because it raced in the Australian Touring Car Championship, winning a lot of races in the hands of the racing driver Alan Moffat. These cars are also being sold for a lot of money now in Australia, and their value keeps going up. This basically shows that this is a very special Australian muscle car. It definitely needs to be in Horizon 4. Number 2. HSV W427. This is an Australian muscle car that has never featured in the Horizon game, which is crazy. This car was made by Holden Special Vehicles, and it was in limited production. I was surprised at the time when Horizon 3 was released and this car wasn't featured in it, because the game was featured in Australia, as we all know. The W427 was a car that will probably never be made again, and is a car that is perfect for Horizon 4. The car is based on a Holden Commodore, but the difference is the engine. It is powered by a 7 litre LS7 V8, which also powered the Chevrolet Corvette for a long time. Holden Special Vehicles also worked a lot on the engine to make sure that it was compatible for the car. If this car had some upgrades in the game, it would be awesome, and that is why this car needs to be in Horizon 4. Number 1. 2003 Hoonigan Holden Commodore Ute. In Horizon 4, we have a really big selection of drift cars, which include the Formula Drift cars and the Hoonigan cars. This includes a Formula Drift Holden Maloo Drift Ute, which the community loves, as it is different from the rest of the drift cars and is quite fun to drive. But in Motorsport 7, there is a Hoonigan drift car that really should be in Horizon 4. It's called the 2003 Hoonigan Holden Commodore Ute, and is a great car. I seriously have to ask the question, why this car isn't in Horizon 4, because it is one of the most interesting Aussie cars I've seen in a Forza game. This would add something very interesting to the drift community of Forza, and overall will be a fun car to drive. Playground Games definitely needs to add this car to the game. Now for an honourable mention, Pontiac G8. This car is interesting because it is based on an Aussie Commodore but has a different grille and is badged as a Pontiac. This car was sold in America for a short time and was not much of a success, but it is an interesting car nevertheless. Instead of adding the Chevrolet SS, which is also based on a Holden Commodore, this car should be the one that is added to Horizon 4, as it looks a lot more aggressive than the Chevrolet, and with a powerful V8 engine, it could be a lot of fun to drive around the streets of Britain, and add to the already impressive selection of Aussie muscle cars in Horizon 4. Anyway guys, thank you for watching this Car Force video. I hope you did enjoy it. I am a massive Australian car fan. I think that there are a lot of good Australian cars in Horizon 4, but there is a lot more cars that should be added to the game, and that's basically what I've just done in this video. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later in another Car Force video.